So usually, when I cover Cyraxx, I would usually put up a bunch of clips of him yelling at a screen. But today is not the case. And usually, I would have an intro. But today is not the case. I really wanted to get into the topic of this video because it's actually bonkers. Straight up insane. Now, I'm going to start this off with I've seen things, and they're not great. Like his shriveled up wiener. It's really not great. There's about 20 or so pictures floating around the internet of his Jimmy Dean sausage, and I'm not talking about one of the big ones. I'm talking about like one of them little shriveled up ones in the 42 pack bags. And oh my god, the way he would send these to females without even asking, and he would even beg them for stuff. Now, you guys may be sitting here and thinking, that's probably normal behavior for him, anyways, as he goes on YouTube and just whips it out publicly anyway. And yeah, you are right. It is kind of normal behavior. But some of these leaks were with minors, and it's not only on his Discord, but it's on his Facebook. To be honest, don't know who hacked him, don't know where these leaks came from. They just popped out of nowhere one day. N-word boy just posted them on his channel, and the uproar just happened. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. In the beginning of this video, I did lie. I do have a clip, and it's of his computer getting bricked. You know how last week I covered his Xbox getting bricked? Well, it happened to his computer. Somebody did the same thing, and oh my god, it's so funny.
What the popping up? They're placing viruses in my shit.
Now, when I seen this, I was laughing. I was dying. But something in this clip that really concerned me is when he was switching through all of his tabs, and one of them was a search title saying how to off yourself. It may be very insensitive, but my mommy says when I don't have nice things to say, to not say them at all. And I'm pretty sure you guys all think what I'm thinking as well. So, because the download links to all of these leaks were so hard to get through and download, I decided to look through outside sources like Kiwi Farms and Reddit and such. So, please excuse me if I really missed anything when it comes to the leaks. I do know a lot of what's been going down in them. I have read a lot of them, obviously. I have some of them here, but please really excuse me if I'm missing some of the more harsher ones. I know I have like one of the main ones here, like with Queen May in Discord, and the one with Queen Cobra Jessica. Yeah, I don't know how he didn't catch on to that one being a troll. There's a lot of them like this in the leaks that are named after other locales and stuff. I don't know how he doesn't realize they're trolls, but yeah, I tried to get everything I could here for this, so bear with me. So I want to go over what I have the least of first, the Facebook leaks. Now, I only have a slide of the leaks as they came from the Leaping Lemur's video on it. And to be honest, I really couldn't find these Facebook leaks anywhere at all. I tried looking for them as hard as I could. I mean, I saw them in the download file and other stuff, but I could not find them anywhere. Nobody was posting about them, talking about them, like they were non existent. So, this next slide of messages is so funny because I think it's actually the first time Chance took criticism, but it's not for the right reason. He stomached criticism to talk to a minor. This minor flat out told him, hey, your band, your music, all of it, cringe. And this guy just took it. And we all know Cyraxx. Cyraxx can never take criticism, even from a guy who was actually a representative in a label at one point. He cannot take criticism. So when you see this, you really know he was trying hard to get at this minor. When he had talked to some of these females, it was like he was at their mercy. Like he was nonstop looking for something, like wanting for something. Like with this minor here, he just goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then she's like, "Oh, I'm laying in bed." He's like, "I want to cuddle up with you." Like a female. Females only do this. I never seen a guy do this at all, ever. Everybody already knows he's guilty of doing what he did to Blind Billy and a bunch of other deplorable things over time, like talking to other minors. But these Discord leaks just really solidify more and more of what he's done over the past, and it really shows that obviously he's still doing it now, as the screenshots that I have with Queen May are from early March, and there's a few others in there that are really recent too. All the messages from Kira are in there too, and he's just like in all caps, "Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?" Just like he was in the videos, basically. And yeah, these leaks are crazy. A lot of stuff has come out the last couple days too, like buddy trolls being exposed and whatnot. To be honest, I don't know what that term means, so if I could be educated on that, please. And I'm not gonna get into that either because obviously I don't know what it means. Now, these couple screenshots I have here are probably the least damning, but they're still really damaging. They show how desperate he is to get stuff out of these people, adult or minors. I don't know who Cyraxx and his friend are talking about in this situation here, but it seems to me like he's asking his friend to get some stuff from this girl so she could send it to his friend to give to him, basically having his friend be the middleman. Why would you ever trust anybody else with that kind of picture at all? Like, I'm gonna be honest here. This was probably a troll, and he just fell for it. Why is he so gullible? He gets his Xbox bricked, he gets exposed multiple times, he just never learns. None of these locals ever learn. It's kind of ironic, but he's like a 5-year-old with no object permanence. If I were to put something behind my back, he would probably ask where it went. You can tell that Cyraxx is also looking for some kind of approval about his wiener here, as he's like, "Does she like it? Is it good, bro? Was that a good enough picture?" Just really asking his friend for critiques on his wiener. We also got to look at the way he talks to random fans. Like in this screenshot, how the person says, "I'm a fan," and they start to talk, and the fan's like, "Hey, I'm really sad about your Xbox. When are you going to get another one?" He's like, "Sadly, we don't have the money." And then just randomly says, "But hey, you're cute." The thing about this is if he's willing to talk to his fans this way, especially if they're a minor, then you know damn sure that he abuses whatever kind of power he has, or he would abuse whatever kind of power he has over a minor if he had any. As I keep saying, he's a lolcow, he has nothing to his name. But if he had such stature, he would be able to use it, and he would use it. As you can see here, he's just instantly ready to talk, ready to get into some mingling. This next leak is very interesting because it just shows how easily he could fall for tricks. And I know I keep saying he's gullible, he's stupid, and all this other stuff, but it's just true. And I have to really dig it in each video because Every time I make a video on him, I just get more and more surprised how dumb he could be. He may call himself the king of Akron, but I call him the king of stupidity because he just falls for a troll, literally disguising themselves as Queen Cobra Jessica. Yeah, you got that right. And he just instantly talks to them like, yeah, I'm horny and I'm really in the mood right now. Just instantly. This also shows how little he cared for Kira as well, as she full on asks him, hey, didn't you just break up with her? What happened? And let me tell you, when I say this guy is down bad, this guy is down bad. He full on tries to get her to get him a video game. Yeah, I know what you guys are here for. You guys are here for the Discord leaks with Queen May. Because these leaks are the most damaging of all of them. Well, not on top of the browser history, but we'll get into that in a minute. Now, with Queen May, there actually seems to be kind of a story here, so I'm going to try and formulate one as much as I can, as I have very little screenshots to go off of, because when I went through these leaks, a lot of them were just them talking to each other in a very provocative way, and obviously I'm not going to put that up because that's just ew. It seems like Queen May and Cyraxx started a conversation on another platform, don't know which one, as in the beginning of these leaks, she goes, there, that's better. And they just start their conversation from there. And you can tell she's a minor because when he asks to do naughty stuff with her at one point, she's like, hey man, my mom's around, I'm having issues with my mom, can't do that right now. And yeah, she may have been a new 18-year-old living with her mom or something. That is still creepy. Who knows how old the Queen May is here, right? But you can just tell by the way she talks about her whole family that it's a minor. And things get really heated here at this point for Queen May and her household as her mom found out. And it's really weird how her mom found out. It's because at the dinner table, she said something about lingerie instead of lasagna, getting the words mixed up, and her mom just instantly had this gut feeling to go through her phone, it seems, and she full on tells her mom, I guess, that if she were to put out anything about her and Cyraxx being together, that she'd never talk to her mom again. It's truly astonishing. Even after everything that Cyraxx has done, he still somehow got some latch onto a minor and got her so controlled and was basically grooming her to the point where if her parents exposed him, that she'd never talk to them again. We really have to think about that. Even though he's been exposed and everything, and he's a very well known locale on the internet, he's still very dangerous. It seems like May is a troublesome kid as well, which may have made it easier for Cyraxx to groom, because May had something to deal with going to jail. And while she was put in jail, it seems like her brother got a hold of Cyraxx and said, hey, you better stop talking to my sister. And it seems like he said it multiple times, as in the screenshot, he affirms that he kept telling him to stop talking to her because she was in jail, and that he's weird and that he's 30 plus, and he called him a goddamn Fleming. I don't know what the hell that means, but damn, that made my day. Just that word, something about that word, and Cyraxx being called a Fleming was so funny. He also says that he's gonna go to the FBI and get him charged, which, to be honest, that should have been the first thing you guys did instead of being like, leave her alone or else. That should have been the first decision, but whatever floats your boat, I guess. And it's really sad because with Cyraxx, nobody's going to do anything. Akron police has already stated they're not really going to do anything when it comes to Cyraxx. So it's really up to the public to do it. Somehow, the hackers got a hold of his browser history, and his browser history is probably the most shocking out of all of this. Yeah, we may have gotten the DPs out of him. We may have gotten all of the disturbing messages he would send to females and minors. We got it all. But when I thought he could be so down bad, he is so down bad. And see, these leaks, they not only are corn searches, but they're grape corn searches. I really can't say what kind of searches these are, and I'm kind of afraid to put up what these searches are because they're just so horrifying. There's also one search where he searches himself up being a predator corn. It's weird because this kind of just shows he's self aware of himself and he just really knows what's going on. And it just seems like he doesn't care, or he's just feeding into it that he actually knows that he is what everyone calls him. There's also another screenshot of him looking up how to join the Illuminati. It's probably him trying to get some kind of record deal or something. Him really trying to sell his soul. He's just trying to make it for real, and he's just willing to give it up to Satan. Now, this screenshot is probably the least worst one out of all these. No, it's probably that Illuminati one. This is a search of him asking why rats are nibbling on the scabs on his head. His scabs pop out so much on his head to where rats think it's food. He is actively being eaten alive and he barely does anything about it. He doesn't just leave the scabs alone, he doesn't let them heal. No, he just keeps picking at them all day. Every other week when we see this guy, it just looks like he's getting worse and worse, especially with how he took a picture and he had a scab on his tooth. Yeah, he had a scab on his tooth. I don't know how you do that. That is very bad. His teeth just seem to be getting worse and worse. There was a lot of leaks. There was probably hours and hours and hours worth of content of leaks. But I got what I could, and I wanted to show you guys the worst of the worst, in my opinion, out of the leaks. It just seems like Cyraxx is just getting worse and worse with every time he talks to minors, especially with how this one ended, being that he's gonna get sent to the FBI and all this stuff. These screenshots and everything are so recent. It's from the 5th of March. It's from 11 days ago as I'm recording this. And I know this was pretty hefty and there was kind of harsh subjects in here a little bit, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about these videos. I'm going to be doing a birthday stream on the 18th, so we're going to have a fun time. We're going to run that up. And as always, love y'all.